Good evening, friends. How is everybody doing? Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Welcome to this Sweet Dreams reading. Hope everybody's doing okay. Hope you've had a good weekend. What is going on? What's happening? How has your weekend been? Hi, Cartomancy Mesquite. Hi, MK Karen. I'm going to turn my volume up. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I feel like it's low. Now I'll be hollering at you. So, this is our Sweet Dreams reading, and what we do here is pull a couple of cards and see what we need to know before we have a restful sleep. Good evening, my friend. How are you, Melinda? So I have a couple of things to share while everybody sort of rolls in and comes to visit. I got some new decks, which is really interesting. I got a Kipper deck, and I got the Akashic Tarot deck, which I'm really interested in taking a deep dive into. So it's used to do like past life reading and relationship readings. So that's really interesting. It's 62 cards. All the suits are completely different, so I have a lot of learning to do, let's put it that way. So I'm excited to dive into that. What else do I have to share? Yes, in my Kipper deck. I've never used Kipper before, so I'm excited to dive into that. Tomorrow I have a reading with Joan. She is the new sort of psychic medium that's been featured on Ali's show along with Jean and Terry Lee and Terry Suzuki. So I'm excited about that. And what else? Oh, I've been invited to go on to Black Cat Tarot on the 20th of March, which is next Sunday. So I'm thrilled about that. That's great. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with Maya. I've only met her twice on different channels, and it was just sort of like a meet and greet kind of thing. There was no readings done, so I'm really excited. She seems very sweet. She seems like an incredible reader, so I'm thrilled. So I'm looking forward to that. And next Friday, for Thank Spirit, it's Friday, Beneficial Tarot will be here. So I've not worked with Ben before, but I have seen him. He seems like a lovely person. And again, a great reader. So I'm thrilled that he's coming to visit. So I'm looking forward to that. And what else? For those of you that don't know, Jane the Seeker and I are starting a separate channel where it will be like a collaboration channel with the both of us. And so we're most excited about that. The name of the channel is called Circle of Friends Tarot. And so there you have that. That's the big announcement there. And what else? Hi, Deb. How are you doing, love? Oh, you had a reading with Joan? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't had a reading done since I had my reading with Jean, which was last year, around like October-ish, September. So I'm really looking forward to it. Lots of things have changed for me, so it will be interesting to see what comes through, right? So I'm excited about that. What else do I have to share? Oh, friends, can I just tell you what I just did like 5 or 10 minutes ago before I came online? So we have this company here in Canada called Sage, right? Hopefully you can see that okay. S-J-E-E. I can't spell S-A-J-E. This is essential oils, and this is the stress relief formula. And I use this all the time. So I have the big bottle, and then I have this little roll-on bottle. So I use this and fill this up into this. Well, friends, I'm running low. I only have a little bit left in this bottle, right? I've had this for almost a year, which is really, really good. And I go to pour it in. So you sort of like take the lids off and sort of set them on top. Do I not knock the thing over? It is everywhere, all over the floor, all over me. The cats are licking it, which it's not good for cats, right? I'm like, oh my God, what a hot mess. Anyway, suffices to say that most of the leftover oil that I had is gone because it's all on the floor. And I doubt you're going to be able to see that, but that's how much I have. See it kind of move? So I've got like 2 or 3 drops. So apparently I'll be ordering some more oil. So yeah, so there's that. Hi, Vivian. Vivian, thank you so much, my friend. Many, many, many blessings to you. Thank you. Hi, Andrea. How are you, love? So yeah, so lots of things going on. I'm just kind of chilling out here until people show up. I just want to sort of reiterate, hello, everybody. Hope you're having I hope you've had a good weekend. We're going to get ready and do the Sweet Dreams reading in a moment. Just want to share a couple things with you. So if I'm sure that Vivian wouldn't mind sticking into the chat the link for the GoFundMe for Ali from Heart and Soul Connected. I would appreciate that, or any moderator can do it if they feel so inclined. That would be greatly appreciated. Any support is support. So whether you want to go to Ali's community page, she does have a post there. Leave her some kind thoughts, some prayers, some love, or you're able to donate to the GoFundMe. Any support is support, and I know that Ali would greatly appreciate it, and we thank you for supporting, a community member in need. Please don't forget to like and share and subscribe and thumbs up and all that good stuff that we're all supposed to do that I never say. There's information in the description box below the video on how to connect with dzncats on Facebook and Instagram if you're so inclined. There's also information in the description box below the video on how to make a donation to the channel if you're so inclined to do that. And of course, I am very, very grateful for all of your support. So coming up, oh, good morning, Lauren. How you doing, love? Hi, Anna Banana. Good to see you, my friend. So March the 20th, which is next Sunday, I'm going on to Black Cat Tarot. I'm thrilled. I'm excited about that, to do just some general readings. Beneficial Tarot will be here next Friday for Thank Spirit. It's Friday, and that's awesome. I've not read with Maya or with Ben, so I'm looking forward to both of those opportunities. And what else? So what I've done here is, the tarot scopes. I'm working on the tarot scopes. The tarot scopes will be, hopefully, all fingers crossed, posted up tomorrow morning. Last week, I don't know, friends, what went on, but it took me from about 5:30 in the morning till about 2:30 in the afternoon last, Monday, to get all the tarot scopes up. 4 of them did not upload, and then they were pending for hours. It was anyway, we live to tell about it, so that's the important bit. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't have that problem again this week. So Sweet Dreams readings are going to happen from every Sunday and every Wednesday. And simply because I would come on and do them every night, but there's other shows going on, and I don't like to, if I know about it, if they're on the calendar, I don't want to stomp all over someone else's readings. So I'm going to come on and do it Sundays and Wednesdays at 9 p.m. And Melinda's going to come and join us next Sunday, which is awesome, which is False Teeth Real Tarot. So we're looking forward to that. And Herc213 is going to join us this Wednesday, where he's going to do a meditation for us. So that will be awesome. Hi, Ron. How are you, love? Great show that Ron had last night for anyone that was watching. And thank you for all the kind words that you said about me, Ron. I mean, I am so grateful. That's very kind of you, my friend. I do appreciate it. The support is phenomenal. All right. I just noticed that there's a deck of cards that I didn't pull out that I need for the reading here. So we'll pull this out. So I was telling everybody, oh, hi, Gypsy JJ. How are you, love? Good to see you, my friend. So I was telling everyone that I got some new decks. I'll just quickly show you. So I got myself a Kipper deck. And I'm most excited. I don't know anything about the Kipper deck, but I'm most excited. I mean, other than watching different readers use them, right? So it comes in this lovely, like, magnetic type box. And the cards are very tiny, which is perfect for my wee hands, right? So there they are. Whoops. There they are, the Kipper deck. Sorry, there's bad glare there. And then, of course, we have the book. So that's what Kelly will be doing in her spare time. Ha, 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 that's a joke. I don't have any spare time. And then, I'm not gonna fib. I have been trying desperately to get a hold of a cheater deck of tarot cards. Which is a tarot deck that has the keywords on it, right? I have this deck of tarot cards, the Centennial Smith, or the Smith-Waite Centennial. I've had these for months. It was one of the first decks that I bought, and I don't resonate with them. I can't, none of the cards are right. They do not speak to me. So I know that there's cheater decks out there, so I tried to find them. Well, they're like $55 Canadian plus shipping plus tax, which is 13%. So, like, you know, you were talking $65, $70 for a deck of cards, and I'm just not doing that. So I found this deck on Amazon for $27 or something. So it's based on Rider-Waite. It's called Quick and Easy. Friends, don't waste your money. I mean, literally, like, it is so thin. Look at the bend I just put in it, right? But what's cool about these is that they have the upright as well as the reversal on them. So if anyone's trying to learn tarot or thinking about learning tarot or want to brush up on tarot, this is available on Amazon. It's called Quick and Easy. It's printed out by the US Games. And like I said, it was $27 or so Canadian, $28 Canadian. So obviously in the US, it'd be way cheaper. But if you're interested, they're pretty good size, right? Like, right? They shuffle really, really nice. They are just, you know, really, really thin. So anyway, so I purchased those along with the Kipper, and then, friends, I'm so excited about this. I must share. Isn't it silly how we get so excited about our decks of cards, really? I mean, seriously. Sorry. I don't know what I hit my mouse. So, here is, hi Faye. Sorry I didn't say hello to you before, my friend. So this is what I got you guys. I'm so excited about this. This is called the Akashic Tarot by Sharon Ann Klinger and Sandra Ann Taylor. So this is a whole new system of tarot. It's a 62 card deck. And these are the cards. They're fairly thick, right? They're fairly big, but still you're able to still shuffle, right? Oh, do you, Melinda? Oh, friend, we'll have to talk. You'll have to show me how to use these darn things. The book, you guys. Look at the book. Look at how thick it is. So it comes with all kinds of spreads in it and all kinds of information. And I mean, everything is totally different than what we know, or like what I know. So I'm going to have to do some serious reading. But it's supposed to be able to be used for like doing past life readings and like relationship readings. So I'm super excited about that. So this is what it says on the back of the box, just real quick. It says, find the answers you seek, attract your greatest love, uncover mystical histories and unknown future. What's wrong with that? So I'll just show you a couple. You've got Four of Roses, View of the Ego. This is one of the major arcana. This is Archangel Raphael. Hi, Linda. How are you, love? We have the King of Keys. We have the Queen of Scrolls. The Six of Forces, which is the waterfall. Ooh, Fated Meeting. Bum, bum, bum. So yeah, so I'm super, super excited about that. We have the Eight of Roses, which is community. So I'm going to have some fun in my spare time, friends. So not sure what I'm going to be able to do with those, but I'm looking forward to finding out. Let's put it that way. All right, so let us begin, shall we? I've done enough talking. I'll get out my sleep tight cards and we will get ready for the reading. Okay. All right, so we're going to start with this tarot deck that I'm using is, I love this one, it's so cute. The White Sage Tarot. Comes in this lovely tin box. It's just a mini deck. They're very, very tiny, right? Very tiny. Suitable for Kelly's hands. All right. So I'm just going to do like a general collective kind of reading. And when we're done the reading, if anyone wants a card, of course, feel free to ask for one. But give me a few minutes to get some of this going here before you start asking me, or otherwise I'll miss it. All right. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, message for the collective, please. What do we need to know tonight for a restful night's sleep? What do we need to know tonight for a restful night's sleep? We have cards falling. We've got 2 cards out already. What do we need to know tonight for a restful night's sleep? 3 cards out. What do we need to know? 4 cards out. What do we need to know tonight for a restful night's sleep? And we have 5 cards out. All right. So, friends, we have the Sun card on the bottom of the deck. So right? I would be too, Ron. So the Sun card, of course, it's joy, otherwise known as the Yes card of the tarot, in some people's opinion. Some people read the bottom of the deck or include it in the reading. Some people don't. I do. It's sort of the overlying energy, right? Okay. What have we got going on here, friends? Beautiful. I love this. So, in the current energies position, we have the Five of Pentacles, represented here in this deck by lovely sand dollars. In the influences from the past, we have the Six of Cups. In the possible obstacles or challenges position, we have the Queen of Swords. In the possible outcomes position, we have the King of Pentacles. And in the advice from Spirit column or section, position, whatever you want to call it, we have the glorious Star card. So, what we're looking at here is feeling some sort of conflict, but not mental conflict, not what am I trying to say? Not mental conflict. It's more like that feeling left out, being ostracized, not feeling good enough kind of conflict, right? Then we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is about your past. It's about nostalgia. It's about your inner child. It's about reflecting on your future self, right? In the Light Seer Tarot, it's a great picture on the Six of Cups. It is the little boy with the puppy at the top of the card, and then at the bottom of the card is the older version of the little boy and the older version of the dog, right? So it's that sort of type of feeling. The Queen of Swords, someone who is intelligent, who is well thought of, someone who is very sort of analytical in her thinking. She is a wise person. She's all about truth and communication. The King of Pentacles is the warm leader, right? The person who wants to look after everybody. He is the king, right? He has great material abundance, and he wants everyone around him to sort of feel that warmth, right? The Star card is all about hope. It's about hope and joy and that connection, right? So what we need to figure out in this reading is what this Five of Pentacles and Six of Cups is all about. But overall, it's really, really positive. And of course, with the sun being on the bottom of the deck, or on the top of the deck, depending on how you want to look at it, it's beautiful. Let us continue, my friends. Wow, I didn't even pick that up. We got Penny Pincher fell out. All right. This is from my own Oracle deck. We'll add some cards here. Half of the deck just dropped, so that doesn't count. We have a full moon coming up this week, and it could be a tough one for some people. The new moon is going into Virgo. So we've got daily grind. We've got setting up office. So maybe some of us are thinking about opening a business. Maybe this is about your job, something along those lines. We've got the angel number of 666. So we'll be on the lookout for that synchronicity, which is about reflection and taking a step back, sort of refocusing, possibly feeling a little bit off balance, which is really, speaking to the Five of Pentacles, that kind of feeling of not fitting in, right? Or being left out. We've got setting up home. So that comes from the love and romance section of the Oracle. So this is, people thinking about moving in together, looking at properties, looking at apartments, right? That type of energy, right? We also have manifest. This is from the relationship section, the healing section of the Oracle. So manifesting, right? Going after what you want, setting your goals, wish fulfillment, your possibilities, and your intentions. And to me, based on the cards that we have on the table, I'm going to say that this is, sort of a combination of the Queen of Swords and the King of Pentacles, and a little bit of the Star, right? Sort of going after what you want, going after your dreams. Hi, Gina M. How are you, my love? All right. We'll get a couple more cards out here. So I guess really what we're saying, friends, so far, what we've got here is that we just need to be aware that if we're starting to feel that feeling of being left out or ostracized, that there are ways, of course, to work around that, work with that energy, right? Interesting. So we've got work, which is about, stability, getting ahead, achieving your goals, abundance. So I don't know. You guys can tell me if this is about work, but this is what this reading is telling us. So if anybody's going through something at work, this is for you. All right, so we're moving on. Oh, how's it, Linda? Well, hopefully hanging out with us for a little bit helps, my love. All right, so we're moving on to the Power of Surrender cards. Let's see what we get with the Power of Surrender cards. Message for everybody, please. Surrender to setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. Now, friends, if we can get personal for a minute, and this is about the reading, but, to sort of accentuate the point, it is no secret to anyone here that comes to visit often. Hi, Miss Charlotte. How are you, love? Thank you for being here, my friend. It is no secret to anyone who frequents this channel that I suffer from, feeling like I don't fit in, suffer from the feelings of being left out, shall we call it. I am nothing if I'm not the Five of Pentacles on at least 2 or 3 days out of the week. I have struggled with that my entire life. The important bit of me sharing this is that I now realize that although I may have those feelings, and those feelings are valid, because all of your feelings are valid when you experience those feelings, because they're yours, right? That I actually have the power to do one, if not 2 things with those feelings. I can process them, release them, and try to work towards feeling different or better about the situation. Or I can try to understand why and work on that, right? I'm not trying to sound trite, and I'm not trying to make it sound like, don't feel that way, it's not valid, because it's valid. There are moments in time when people are going to do something to you. It is going to be taken out of context. You're going to feel a certain way about it, and it's going to hurt your feelings. It's going to upset you. 100%, that's going to happen. But the important bit to learn from this is how do we protect ourselves from those hurt feelings? How do we work through and process those hurt feelings and then, move forward? This is a great way, a great reminder, right? And so I'm going to show this card to you, and I'm going to read this card, the message again, right? So here we are, surrender to setting limits, right? So you see the girl standing there with her hand up. It is healthy to set boundaries in all forms of relationships, in all situations. We'll just leave it at that, right? Practice expressing your needs. That's the important bit right there. Practice. expressing your needs. And remember that no is a complete sentence. If you don't feel like doing something, if you don't want to do something, if you don't feel it's a good idea for you, if it doesn't speak to you, if it doesn't inspire you, if it doesn't uplift you, if it doesn't make you positive, why would you do it? So it's okay for you to, I mean, you don't literally have to put your hand up and say no thank you, but you can put your hand up inside your head. Imagine putting your hand up and just say like no thank you. There is no shame or blame in saying no thank you. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not interested. This doesn't suit me right now. I don't feel like doing this. It doesn't inspire me. I'm not sure of the benefit at this moment. That doesn't mean that, 2 days from now, 2 months from now, 2 weeks, 2 years, whatever the case may be, that you might not want to or whatever. It's just right now in this moment, it doesn't speak to you. Right? Linda says, I'm with you, Kelly. I feel like that all the time, but I'm glad to have found this wonderful community. Well, I'm glad that you found this community too, Linda, and thank you for sharing that, my friend. Gypsy JJ says, you make me feel like I belong, Kelly. You're very kind, Gypsy JJ. Thank you. And I'm glad that you feel like you belong because you do, my friend. Deb says, I have felt that way most of my life too, Kelly. I realized I was making myself invisible without realizing it. 100%, Deb. And that's the important bit, though. Like what Deb just said there, right? I realized I was making myself invisible. So she had that aha moment, that realization, and that's when she started to be able to counter that, right? Anna says it is hard to say no to family. 100%, my friend. It is absolutely. I mean, listen, I don't make these cards, right? The cards are printed and sold. If this wasn't a problem that people experienced, if this wasn't a thing that we had difficulty saying, right? No is like change. We don't like change, and no is not something that we're comfortable saying to people, as odd as that sounds. But it's the truth. We don't like it. Linda says, I'm still trying to break down all the walls I built up over my lifetime. I'm right there with you, Linda. I'm right there with you, my friend. Good afternoon. Good evening. It's not afternoon. Or good morning, depending on where you are in the world. I suppose it could be afternoon. Hi, MK Karen. How are you, love? Okay, so let us continue, right? So what we've got here is this feeling of possibly being left out, which, I mean, listen, this could be something that's going on with your personal life. This could be going on, for the whole world in terms of like we feel left out. We feel like we don't really, like we're not connected, like we don't really get what's going on. So that makes you feel left out. When you're not with the group, right? When your thought process and your feelings and your emotions don't side with the collective or the general population, that's a form of being left out, right? Maybe you're feeling left out or ostracized because, you're an empath and you are feeling so distraught over what's going on in the world that you're taking it all in and you've sort of like removed yourself or sort of separated or segregated yourself, right? So that you can process those feelings. Having those feelings is normal. That's the most important part. The second most important part is processing them. All right, let us move on. This is the Oracle of Melise. I love these sweet little cards. This was probably one of my best purchases that I ever made on a set of decks, on a set of cards that I didn't have any knowledge of. I love this card. I love it. This is the Power of Trees. The Power of Trees. Hug a tree and hand over your fears. They will transform them thanks to their roots. They will give you their power in exchange, as well as courage and confidence. It's really interesting to me that we just said all of those wonderful things about, people sharing that they go through this, and this is the thing that they have dealt with their whole life. And then you pick up a card like this that says to you, hug a tree and hand over your fears, that it will transform them thanks to their roots, and that they will give you their power in exchange. And you think to yourself, could it really be that simple? And I remind you to think back to when, if you were with us, when we did our Achieving Wellness chat, where we did positivity for the whole month of February. And in one of those chats, one of the 4 weeks, we talked about how to think more positively, right? We talked about self-care. We talked about self-love. And in one of those chats, there was a quote that Meghan Markle has said, and I referred to it in the live, and I think it goes something along the lines of, imagine if you treated yourself like your best friend. Just imagine. Now, I know that might be a bit of a stretch as to like, how am I connecting the dots? But in my mind, I'm looking at this card, and I now know, new Kelly, changed Kelly, worked on herself a little bit to this point. Kelly looks at this card and goes, there's something in this. There's some possibility here. This is an opportunity. The old Kelly that was, stuck in the Five of Pentacles times 5 energy would look at this card and go, yeah, that's nonsense. So really, if you're allowing yourselves to have an open mind, just imagine for 5 seconds, if you could go out and hug a tree and actually have this wonderful experience that they speak of in this card, where the tree will transform you. It will give you power in exchange. Imagine how different your day could be, how different your week could be, how different your month could be, if you would just allow yourself to believe. Imagine that it could be that easy, that you could do that and get rid of or increase your levels of positivity and happiness and peace and joy, etc. That's something to think about, friends. All right, let us move on. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent. Good for you, Lauren. I am proud of you, my friend. I love that. Oh, Anna Banana, are you not feeling good, love? I'm glad that you're feeling better. Oh, Ron, you're hysterical. Do you know what, friends? We are going to hit double digits this week. I am so excited, and not freezing. Yay. For the first time in 5 months. So excited. Interesting card that we had out. Oh, Anna. We have envy. Now, this is really important. And Spirit never disappoints. So collectively, can we just say thank you, Spirit? Thank you, Spirit. Spirit never disappoints. This is all about the Five of Pentacles, right? That feeling left out, that feeling ostracized, right? Feeling left out in the cold. And we have the card of envy. And the message on the bottom of the card reads, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Now, I personally don't like the word different challenges. If I could reword this card, I would say that I'm the same as everybody, but with uniqueness, or something of that nature. But the point is, everybody experiences this Everyone feels this way at one point or another, at some point in their day, their week, their month, their life, whatever the case may be. You're not alone. That's the first thing to remember. The second thing to remember is, we are all built the same way. I mean, each of us is unique, but we're all built the same. We all have thoughts and feelings that we need to process. We can all get our feelings hurt. We can all feel less than or more than, right? We can all feel that way. But again, it is up to us to believe, and that there is a possibility, there is an opportunity out there that you can just do something as simple as go and hug a tree and release a little bit of that so that you can get on with it. I don't know about you guys, but for me, that's what it's all about. I just want to, and I don't mean to take away the magic of that process, but I just want to get on with it. I have spent 10 years trying to process my stuff and release my stuff. I just want to get on with it, friends. Like, we're busy, And I'm not saying that in any way to demean the process. I'm just being honest. And that's really the point. If you could go out there and hug a tree and get on with it, why wouldn't you go hug a tree and get on with it? I'm telling you. Whoever, whatever, first quarter moon in Taurus, release control, because that's what it is. That's what it is. It is trying to control everything, trying to keep, like, I'm fine. You're not. If you're not, it's okay to say you're not, is the point, right? I'm not saying that you're not okay. I'm saying when you're not okay, it's okay to say, I'm not okay. There's no shame or blame in that. Oh, Anna, yikes. I mean, listen, when Mark had his dental surgery, I mean, he was down or out for like 3 weeks, and it wasn't supposed to be like that. Oh, we're sending you lots of love, my friend. Miss Charlotte says, Hamlet said it best, there is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. 150 billion%. I love that, Miss Charlotte. Thank you for sharing that. I love it. I love it. All right, let us move on. That's interesting, Faye. Faye says, I would rather be alone in my house than in a room full of people. That's the most lonely feeling. Miss Charlotte, our thoughts really can be our worst enemy if we allow them to be. And here's the thing. When I say that, I want to be very, very clear when I say this. I am not aware that statement could trigger people. That statement could have triggered me if I had walked into this chat a year ago or 2 years ago. That statement could have triggered me. Because I wasn't aware, I had not been informed, I had not been taught, I had not been shown, whatever way you want to say it, that I actually had the ability to change that for myself. I was not given the information, the tips, or the tools. I did not know that. And so if someone had said that to me a year ago, I would have looked at them and thought that they were being trite with me and went like, well, it's your choice to be negative, because no, it's not my choice. All of this that we're doing here, all of this work that we all do, all the readers, the oracle cards that you pull, the readings that you do, the manifesting, the visualization, the intentions, the mirror work, the grounding, all of these things that we do, the journaling, all of it is to help us heal, to take us from here to there, and then to there, and so on. That's what this is all about, right? To develop a relationship with ourself, right? To lift our vibrations. That's what we're trying to do. And you don't know to do that or how to do that unless someone, puts some information in front of you. MK Karen says, I tell myself to be positive when negative thoughts come up, but lately it feels like it's a constant fight. I don't like that at all. Miss Charlotte says, people are at different places in their lives at different times, and perception is a bitch. 100%, my friend. Miss Charlotte says, we can only know what we are exposed to. Linda says, we are all programmed by society since birth as not being good enough. Well, we talked about this, right? Not to keep bringing up what we talked about, but acceptance and belonging, two totally different things, but you can't have one without the other, right? You can't have acceptance without belonging, and you can't have belonging without acceptance. They're like that. So let us continue, my friends. Magical Gateway. This is from the Oracle of the Fairies. We have Magical Gateway. It takes courage and trust. Courage and trust. We had courage and trust, right? We had courage. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yet this, meaning the unknown, is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back, because that's what it is. It is the fear. I mean, if you are in a place, I don't care where it is, whether it be emotionally or physically, literally in a place, if that is what you know, good or bad, that's what you're comfortable with. That's what you know how to handle. That's what you know how, I know how to do this. Right? I know this. I know how to do it. Doesn't mean that you like it or that you're going to enjoy it, necessarily speaking, but you know it. There's a sense of comfort and acceptance and belonging when you know it, right? When you can close your eyes and still take yourself from the bedroom to the kitchen and not bang into the walls, it gives you a sense of comfort. Doesn't mean you want to do it, but right? The scary part is releasing control and saying, no. Because what does that mean? You're going to have to do some work on yourselves, friends, right? Go hug a tree. Allow that tree to give you some of its power. Set your boundaries. Put your hand up and say, I'm not, sorry, no. No is a complete sentence. And it's okay for you to have no in your vocabulary. The magical gateway, right? It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. That's where the greatest rewards are. You know? Not to be ridiculous, but to quote our Star Trek program, right? Boldly go, right? I mean, honestly. All right. We have 3 more cards to go here, or 4 more cards, depending. Lauren says, I had to let go of the current push to be positive. It might be helpful for some, but it is not helpful to me. I have to be honest with myself. I shifted to the word hope. Now, you see, Lauren, I absolutely love that. First of all, thank you for sharing that. And B, that is wonderful that you were able to work that out for yourself. Certain words trigger certain people. Certain words stop to have meaning. It's no different, really, when you think about it in terms of when you're setting intentions. That if you keep your intentions short, sweet, and to the point, and don't give them a timeline, when they start to lose their effect, you can tweak them up a bit, right? You just change some of the words. And that is really important. That was a great point that you made, Lauren. Thank you so much. I don't even know what to say anymore, friends. It's just this. We've got rabbit, sensitive soul. Message on the bottom of the card says, strengthen your boundaries and cut cords. Now, I don't know how some of y'all feel about the cutting cords bit. I'm still not sure about that, because some cords I think are necessary, right? But strengthen your boundaries. Remember that you're in control of the boundaries. You set the boundaries that you need for that particular person, that particular situation, that particular event, that particular day, right? That particular moment. Remember. So, a couple of us have said that we were feeling some sort of way the last couple of days. So if you're feeling some sort of way, feeling more sensitive than perhaps you were last week, that means what? That perhaps you need to increase your boundaries or have more boundaries, because you are being, you're experiencing a feeling of being more sensitive. Wow. This is from the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck. This is Valiant Courage. Take action with passion. I mean, that's us on the horse. We are charging forward, right? We're going through that magical gateway, venturing out into the unknown, because we want to. We want to get through it, past it, over it, beyond it. Put any word you want in front of that. Oh, friends, you have no idea. When we first moved into our first house, at least once a week, Mark fell down the stairs. At least once a week, he fell down the stairs. Oh, that's wonderful, Faye. I'm so happy to hear that. And thank you for sharing. It's important to also share that's another thing, friends. We often do this as human beings. We don't ever talk about the good stuff. We only talk about the negative stuff or the not so positive things that happen. Right? This is from the Sacred Destiny Oracle, and we have wisdom. We have the information. Yeah, yes, it is, Miss Charlotte. It is patio door, and yes, it is open. I know other people have said that, or like, oh, what's going on out there? It's about the wisdom, right? As we said, we have the information being delivered to us, helping us. We're connected with spirit, or we're trying to increase our connection to spirit. We can do this. Together, we can do this. Beautiful. All right. So we're going to pull a mini chakra love deck card. We're going to pull a guardian angel card and a sleep tight card. And then if y'all want a different card, or you just want to chat, or whatever the case may be, we will do that. Aw. 100%, Linda. Celebrate the bejeebers out of anything, my friends. Celebrate the bejeebers out of anything, because it is the only way to empower yourself and lift yourself up when you are just going through your daily routine. You know what I mean? We've got third eye chakra. The stone is, I have no idea, labradorite. Sorry, it's really, really hard to see. But as you can see, when the ink is dark on this side, it's really, really hard to see. We've got dreams. Dreams are where your mind translates the divine. How appropriate for a sweet dreams reading. Beautiful. All right. Now we will move on to our Guardian Angel Oracle. Beautiful. Wow. We've got prayer. Message reads, Dear God, help me always to remember that this present life is but a fleeting moment within eternity. Help me always to remember that this life is but a dream. Help me always to remember that you exist within everyone and everything. Help me always to remember that love is all there is and all else is an illusion. Thank you. Beautiful. All right, now we will pull on our, these are our Sleep Tight cards. And these cards have little exercises on them that you can do to help you relax or fall asleep. I literally just said, Faye, I'm so proud of you. I just said to my husband that, like, I checked the weather and I said, like, we're going into double digits this week, and like I'm excited because I'm going out to the backyard. I'm going to the park. I'm going to go out in the car. I am thrilled. So I am so proud of you, Faye, because as someone who has left their house like 3 times in the last year, I get how difficult it was for you. So good for you, my friend. Proud of you. So our card is Safe Haven. Okay. This is what it says. Snuggle up in your bed and close your eyes. We've pulled this card before. Imagine there's an invisible barrier around your bed that holds off and protects you from all of your anxieties, fears, and worries, and everything that has happened or will happen. You're safe in your bed. You get to just rest and sleep. Your bed has no demands on you. And repeat, I am in my safe haven. I am protected. And so that exercise apparently will help you to be able to relax so that you have a good night's sleep. Beautiful. Well, hopefully with the double digits, dear, the snow will melt. If I get up and I don't know that you guys will be able to see the snow. That's back there if I turn on the light. But literally, so we have a whole patio. We can't see the patio at all. Like, we can't even see the ground. That's how much snow is still back there. So that concludes the reading for this evening. I hope that you like that. So it's all about allowing yourself to release that feeling of not fitting in or feeling a little bit left out, to set your boundaries, set your limits. Remember, no is a complete sentence. Does anybody want a card? You guys want to talk about anything? What do you want to do? And yes, Linda, absolutely. Labradorite is a great grounding and protection stone. 100%. 100%. So I'm not sure if I mentioned to you guys. So we don't have a garage. We have what's called a carport, but it's not a carport that's attached to our house. It is a separate building, right? And it literally has like a roof and 3 walls. So the only thing that's open is the front, right? And my car was literally frozen and stuck in place. Like Mark had to like hook up his truck to my car and drag it out of the carport because it was frozen in its spot. Okay, on a banana. Oh, thank you, Lauren. Well, I'm so glad that you liked it. I'm glad that you were here, my friend. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, all that good stuff for me. And the tarot scopes will be up tomorrow morning when you all wake up, hopefully. All right, message for On a Banana. What is on a... Good grief. I'm dropping cards all over the place. Message. No, we have a roof, Miss Charlotte. So we don't need a tarp, but yeah, it's just brutal. Just because it's so cold. I hope you have sweet dreams, Lauren. And thank you for being with us. Many blessings to you. Oh, Anna, I got a lovely card for you, my friend. This is from the Oracle of the Fairies. This is Wish Wisely. I love this card. I love the colors in it. Message on the card reads, use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desires and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. Beautiful. Wish wisely. Love that. No, thank you, Gypsy Jada. That's very kind of you to say. And I'm glad that they resonate. Yeah, it comes in underneath the like under there's like this much sort of space between the bottom of the wall and the ground, and it comes in under that. And it just kind of blows. And we don't have any houses across the street from us. It's all like sort of like wood, right? Or like woods, like forest, whatever you want to call it. And so it's just like wide open wind, right? Anyways, the car is out. That's the point. But I'm just, it was like, really, it's frozen. It's stuck. How much fun is that? Oh, Deb, I'm so sorry. I hope the doggy's okay. Poor wee thing. That's such a sin. Yeah, we are at the bottom of a hill, too. I'm so sorry, Deb. Let me know if anybody wants another card. Aw, that's a sin. We were just saying yesterday, actually, that Austin's going to be 8 years old, and it's like, wow, I can't believe he's going to be 8. Like, it seems like just yesterday we brought him home, and he was just like 3 months old. Time goes so fast. It really, really does. Sure, Faye, I'll give you a reading. Absolutely, love. Let me just move my cards out of the way, love. If I could find some room. I'll put those up there. Oh, okay. I do have to share this with you guys because this is hysterical. And y'all can let me know. So I did the reading for Cancer, right? For the tarot scopes for this week coming. Charlotte jumped on the desk. Literally stayed here for 17 minutes out of the reading turned into 20 minutes, right? I am so discombobulated in that reading that I'm like, I want to save it for a blooper reel. But I know that you all would like enjoy it. So anyway. All right. Faye, is there anything particular that you want to know, or do you just want a message, love? Sure, MK Karen, I'll give you a card, no problem. There's Austin. Hi, bud. What are you doing, sweetie? Oh, Daddy's probably having a piece of cake, and he's like, hey. All right. Faye, is there anything in particular that you want to know, love? Oh, sure, love. Sorry about that. Yeah, I can give you guys a funny card. Listen, I got those cards too. It's kind of counterproductive to, but maybe it's not. I don't know. I have these cards here. If anyone wants one of those, they're good for a giggle. Let me just do phase reading here. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Message for Faye. Message for Faye. What should Faye know? Message for Faye, please. Well, you start out with the Sun card, Faye. That's fantastic. Yep, I do have a blanket. See, I'm all about the fresh air, if nothing else, my friend. All right, Faye, just give me 2 seconds here. I'm pulling out the last card for you. Beautiful. So you've got the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So you start out, and I always kind of do this kind of spread, right? So this is your current energy, which is the Sun card. Then the energy from the past, like influencing it, is the Magician. Then you have the Fool card. Then you have the Three of Swords. And then you have the Queen of Swords. So, you know, the Sun card is all about joy and happiness. It's like the Yes card, as I said before. The Magician, is a card of, like, you know, your personal power. And the Fool card is about new beginnings and new journeys and, like, new inspiration, new adventures, right? The Three of Swords can be about disappointment or betrayal or heartbreak, but it can also be sort of an opportunity to like process that. And then the Queen of Swords is a person which is intelligent. She is a wise communicator. She's a truth seeker. And the Two of Cups is all about harmony and union. It's about love, right? It's about friendships, about that connection in your heart. So I think that this message is telling you that, I mean, everything is very positive here, with the possible exception of the Three of Swords, in terms of whatever your hurt or cause of your hurt could be, if you are in fact experiencing hurt. But I believe that what this message is telling you is that, you know, you're on a journey of discovering how to process this. You're on a journey on how to process this and release it. That's what I believe this message is telling you, which is fantastic. So whatever you're doing, Faye, keep doing it, my friend, because you're getting somewhere with it. I'm going to throw an oracle card, if that's okay, on here. I'm going to go for the spirit animal wisdom. Hi, Rondell. How are you, love? Thank you for being here with us. You've got the Fox card, which is shadow work. Message on the bottom of the card says, there are no shadows without light. There are no shadows without light. So you are really working through this Three of Swords. You are really working through this Three of Swords. So keep whatever trail, whatever track, whatever you're doing, whatever idea, whatever concept, keep doing what you're doing. You are on the right road. Right? Bringing yourself to sort of that unity and that harmony, right? That you get when you have the Two of Cups. Beautiful for you, Faye. Yay, Faye. Yay, Faye. Oh, do you understand that? Good. Thank you, Faye. Okay, so I'm just backing up here for a minute. Okay. So MK Karen wants a card. Let's pull MK Karen. Bear with me here, folks. All right, MK Karen, this is what I got for you. This is from the Moonology Manifestation deck. And I got New Moon in Leo, Shine. All right, Miss Charlotte, have a good night, love. Thank you for joining us. Sweet dreams to you, my friend. Many blessings. New Moon in Leo, Shine. And I'm not sure if anyone knows this, but I just recently found out that sunflowers, most yellow flowers, but oftentimes sunflowers, are the flowers of friendship. Did you all know that? And think about a sunflower. Think about when a sunflower stands, right? It's tall, it stands upright and proud, right? With its head sort of tilted up towards the sun, just taking all that love in, all that fuel, right? And letting it sort of flow through it. I just think that's beautiful. I hope that you like that, MK Karen. I think that's a perfect card for you, my friend. All right. Gypsy JJ would like her funny card from last Wednesday that I missed. I'm so sorry that I missed that. All right. Message for Gypsy JJ. Message for Gypsy JJ. Gypsy JJ. Gypsy JJ, you've got busy transcending bullshit. On the back of the card, it says, pick one thing. Sorry, I have to turn around so I can see it. Pick one thing beyond your control and let it go. Just like that. Busy transcending bullshit. Pick one thing beyond your control and just let it go. Just like that. Love it. All right. Okay, so we got Gypsy JJ, we've got MK Karen, we did that, we did Faye. Yeah, I don't know. I am always that way. I've always been that way. I've always been a fresh air inspector. I always have my windows open. Whether it be a crack or not, it's a rare time when Kelly's like I don't care how cold it is, I will have my window open. It's rare if I have the windows closed. Sure, Linda. Absolutely. I'd love to give you a card, love. All right. What card shall we give Linda? Let's give Linda one of these. And I'm sorry that the chat froze up on you. All right, message for Linda. Wow. Linda, this is from the Sacred Traveler deck. I love the images in this deck. You've got unknown territory. Look at the beautiful little birds, though. You've got an owl and that little bird right here on the corner. You are exactly where you need to be. You are exactly where you need to be. I love that for you. Exactly where you need to be. All right. Gypsy JJ. Good night. Sit tight. Of course, Deb. Absolutely. Sorry, I'm trying to choose a card. All right. I was in, oh, thanks, Linda. I didn't know that. That's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I love the images in that deck. They're really cute. I'm glad that the hot flashes aren't over, but they've definitely subsided a little bit. Thank goodness. But the window thing really was sort of heightened when my anxiety came into being. It was that feeling of like claustrophobia that I needed the fresh air, but I've always been that way. I mean, I've always been that way. In the car, I have to have the window open. I remember like years and years and years ago, like probably 20 years ago when Mark and I first started living together, I opened the bedroom window and it was like wintertime and it had snowed and I literally had to take a blow dryer in the morning before I went to work to heat the window up so I could close it. Otherwise, I would have not been able to leave. There was snow inside on the floor, and yeah, I've always been that way. Oh gosh, Lana, that would be brutal. Message for Deb. Message for Deb. Message for Deb. Now these cards are huge. There's a lot of them and they're super slippery, so just bear with me here for a moment. This is what I got for you, Deb. This is from the Guiding Light Oracle, and this is soul searching. It's time to go within and uncover your true feelings. It's time to go within and uncover your true feelings. Oh, sorry, Linda, that you're having so many issues. Anybody else want a card? Cards for everybody. Well, you know, it's possible, Deb, that card is just a confirmation, you know, that you're doing that, right? That it's working, that it's doing what it's intended to do or what its intended purpose is, right? That's possible. But thank you for confirming that. Rondell, you want a card? Absolutely, my friend. What card for Rondell? Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. I'm going to do Animal Spirit Wisdom for you, Rondell. Sure, Cartomancy, no problem, love. Message for Rondell. What does Rondell need to know? Message for Rondell. Message for Rondell. What does Rondell need to know? Well, I'll give you all a hint. Anybody that's a Sagittarius, you'll want to look at that tarot scope if you're not a Sagittarius, because Faye, you're hysterical. I love that. You get a card, you get a card, you get a card. Charlotte's laying all over the table on the Sagittarius video. Beautiful. You've got, Rondell, this is for you. You've got koi carp, which is the little fish. Well, they're not necessarily little, but they're fish. Abundance. Move with the flow of abundance around and through you. Move with the flow of abundance around and through you. That's beautiful. So allowing it to flow, really, is what it's saying. I think that's gorgeous. Oh, are you? Oh, well, then you'll enjoy it. So Charlotte, my little kitty cat, just sort of like jumped up and like just laid on the table. Went like, yep, I'm here. Cartomancy wants one. What are we going to give Cartomancy? Let's do Fairy of the Oracles, or Oracle of Fairy. I'm never going to get all the deck right. I say all the names backwards wrong. Whatever. Oh, you're welcome, Rondell. My pleasure, my friend. All right. Message for Cartomancy. Oh, holy. Cards are hopping for cartomancy. You've got tree wisdom. Tree wisdom. This tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the through the sounds that it makes. So her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds that it makes. It's an interesting card. Aw. So sweet. What was I going to say? I was going to tell you guys something and now I can't remember what it is. I don't know. Oh, yeah. So on the Sagittarius reading as well as on the Cancer reading, Charlotte is just like, hey, I'm here. Oh, Gypsy JJ. Well, that is very kind of you to say, and we appreciate you being here. We appreciate that you participate. That's lovely. Thank you. I mean, I know that wasn't just for me. I know it was for everybody, but that's very kind. I'm very touched by that. Thank you. I'm sure others are as well. If she sees my phone, she wants to watch Princesses and my daughter does that. I got you. Beautiful. So, friends, Sun Psychic Jean will be back. So I'm going to, well, since we're here, let's chat, shall we? Do you want to chat? So, I'm going to do, I know I'm like always starting new things, but like, why not? I love talking to you guys. I love coming on live. So why the heck not, right? And in full disclosure, right? I've only had the channel for 4 months. I love it. I love what I'm doing, and I love when you and I connect this way. So I'm just trying to find times that we can connect and provide stuff that somebody wants to watch or listen to, or both, right? So I've come up with this idea, and in full disclosure, I don't know that it's going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. So I'm calling it Sunday Connections. So I want it to be all about how we connect with spirit and all the forms that might take. So Sun Psychic Jean is going to come. And so there's that connection, right? So you can ask questions for from Sun Psychic Jean. And then I just booked Pure Visionary, so that's Terry Lee. So she's another psychic medium that's going to come on. And I've got a few other ideas up my sleeve as to people that I might reach out to come and talk to us in any way that we can connect with spirit, because I think the connection to spirit, or developing that connection to spirit, maintaining that connection to spirit, is important. I mean, it's important to me, right? So hopefully that will resonate with you guys and you'll like that. And yeah, so there's that. Do you guys have any thoughts as to what you would like to talk about on Wednesday for achieving wellness? I have to be honest and say that I think one of the reasons why, because usually like the ideas, I have a list of topics and ideas always. But because of the timing of the year, and I'm doing fine, so I don't want anyone to worry about me. I'm okay. I mean, you can see it. I'm fine, right? But because of the timing of the year, it's getting very close to that date. And this is a significant one. I mean, all of the days are, but this is a very significant one. I'm trying really, really hard not to go there. Meaning, I don't want to talk about anything that's like heavy or weighty or hard, right? I just want to keep it light. I want to keep it positive. I want to keep it, up as much as possible. And I'm kind of having a hard time figuring out a topic for Wednesday that is, meaningful. I don't want to just show up and like chat. You know what I mean? I want it to be informative and helpful, if it's at all possible. So I was thinking about maybe doing like a question and answer, sort of like a Q&A, if anyone had any questions. But that I don't even like the concept of that. Oh, really? Oh, no, I'm fine. But thank you, MK Karen. I'm a little bit tired, but I'm okay. All right, Linda, you sleep well. Sweet dreams to you, my friend. And thank you so much for being here. And I'm sorry that your Wi-Fi is giving you a hard time. Maybe you just need to put it to sleep for a little while. Many blessings to you, my friend. Oh, I love that, Faye. Did you see that? That's so cute. What happens at grandma's house stays at grandma's house. I love that. Yeah, no, so my mother's passing anniversary, if you want to call it that, is coming up. And I always start to feel some sort of way around this time of the year. And it's the 10th. It's the 10th year, and so it's a significant day, year, whatever you want to call it. And I, for the first time in since my mom passed, that I'm not feeling upset. I'm not feeling wonky or out of whack or nervous or anything like that. I'm actually looking like weird. I don't really know how to articulate this, but I'm not looking forward to it, obviously, but I'm looking forward to it more than, like I would normally, because I actually feel like I might be able to experience the day as I'm supposed to, instead of, burying my head in the sand and having like a panic attack, if that makes sense. So I'm not looking forward to it, obviously, but I'm looking forward to it from a different perspective, if that makes sense. Yeah. So so 10 years it'll be for my mom. And that's on the 26th. And I've asked my sister to join me for Achieving Wellness on the 23rd. Because I would like to discuss our journey together, which has been vastly different. And I think that is important on so many levels, right? So the two of us supporting each other through our individual journeys, the journey together, and then coming out on the other side and still being, relatively close because there was some moments in between there that we didn't handle well, right? You know what, Gypsy JJ, I like that idea. I mean, we could definitely talk about tarot cards and oracle cards, and it is a wellness topic. A lot of people use oracle cards, for mindfulness, as well as the tarot cards. A lot of people use tarot cards to do shadow work, which provides a lot of healing and sort of like allowing you to process emotions, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely, MK Karen. You know what? Listen, my mother died of lung cancer. It wasn't pretty. When you don't, how do I say this? So when you don't know any better, or when you don't know any different, you just wake up one day and your whole life is different in terms of how you're processing it, how you're handling it, how you're dealing with it, right? And so, I didn't know. Like, I was literally taking the Christmas tree down. I was listening to Christmas music. I was drinking my tea and I was dancing around. I was all by myself at home, but I mean, that's what I was doing. And all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, like my heart's beating out of my chest. I feel like I'm going to be sick. I feel like I'm going to pass out. And then I had a panic attack. Like out of nowhere. That's what I was doing. And then another one happened, another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. And I was having like 6 to 8 a day. And I was like, what? I don't know what this is. And when I went to the doctor and they told me that this is what's happening to you, and then I went to the counselor and the counselor says, this is what's happening to you. You're like, okay, this is what's happening to me. And so my point is, I didn't know any better. I didn't know any different, right? I was given information, but it was like Band-Aids. It was not anything that I could string together in a cohesive way that made sense to me that I could apply and help myself. All I did was literally hold on for dear life. And I created like this safety bubble around myself to protect myself so that I didn't have to worry if I had a panic attack, right? I would make all excuses, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It was awful. So the point where I'm going with that is, now that I'm on the other side of that, right? I've done some healing. I've done some work. I've actually gotten some tips, some information that have actually been able to help me and that I've been able to apply and utilize and implement. I feel like a new person compared to what I used to feel like. I have so much work to do, friends. I'm like, 10%, not 90. But it's okay. Like, it's okay. And I'm fine with it. Yes, the bubble did work. It did. It worked for a long time for me. Until it didn't. That's the thing that I'm struggling with, like right now. Is allowing myself to not punish myself for the choices that I made. And I've told this story before. In the summertime last year, I went out and sat on my front porch. I love that time of night. I was just sitting there. I wasn't particularly thinking anything or not thinking anything. I was just looking up at the stars and sort of enjoying the weather. And all of a sudden, just like literally hit me like a 2x4 in the forehead that I did this to myself. It wasn't an intentional, I did it to myself, but I realized that by me protecting myself in this make-believe, plastic bubble world that I created for myself, that I actually was hurting myself more than helping myself, which necessarily wasn't fair, in full honesty, to put that kind of blame or responsibility on myself. But the point that I'm trying to make is, for the time being, when I did it, it worked. It served its purpose. But like everything, we need to evolve and change. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that until it had really started to affect me, right? But I'm on the other side of it now, so I still don't leave the house. I still don't go out. I still don't venture into, society. But now that the weather's turning warmer, I will be out there more than in here. Faye says, because your heart has begun to heal, that's why I have finally stopped going into a deep blue funk on my folks' death anniversary day. Yeah. I mean, I didn't for my mom's birthday. It was the first time I've ever experienced my mom's birthday where I wasn't, like devastated and, trying to pretend that it was any other day but that. It was the first time I was able to talk about my mom on her birthday without losing it. MK Karen says, lung cancer has to be horrific. My husband has stage 4 cancer 5 years ago, and I have never felt so scared in my life. I had panic. Yep. And yeah. So yeah, so my mom, and she fought a large hard battle, as many people do. Not trying to say my mom was a hero. I'm just saying it was a long battle. It was 2.5 years. And there was a lot of moments where we were up, and there was a lot of moments where we were down. But specifically for my mom, like, it wasn't, so we didn't talk about it. We didn't address it. I mean, we knew it. We're not stupid. We can see it. It's happening, but don't acknowledge it. And when you're in a situation like that, it's very difficult to know how do we do this. And so we just took our cues from her. And I will say, in hindsight, that I believe that was not the right thing to do. Because it left us feeling like the rug got pulled out from underneath us, even though we watched it, like we were there, right? In hindsight, it wasn't helpful to myself, to my sister, to her children, to her sisters. It was most difficult to because you almost started to believe it yourself, and then and I remember many times, many times, my aunts, my mother has many sisters, right? So my aunts would phone me and they'd be like, have you talked to your mom? Do you know what the latest report is from the doctor, or whatever the case may be? And it got to the point where you were almost like questioning if you were being told the truth. Are you being lied to, right? You get like all weird about it because you're not getting any information. So just to give you an idea, Friday, the day of Friday, there was a doctor's meeting about discussing whether my mother wanted to go home and her husband didn't want her to, and we won't go there because that will get me triggered. So we had a doctor's meeting about my mom going home, and the doctor said, maybe you could go home on a like outpatient basis, right? Not like to stay at home. And Monday, my mother died. So, that's when we literally found out in that meeting, when we heard the doctor say there's nothing more we can do. 4 days. That was tough. Yes, the tapping does work. 100% the tapping works, my friend. I am so glad, Gypsy JJ. Thank you for letting me know that. I am so glad. The gypsy, the tapping exercise that I do was given to me by my therapist, and so that I know that it works. And they are intentionally meant for someone with anxiety to calm you down. There is a vagus nerve that flows through your body that sort of carries the adrenaline through you. And the tapping exercise that I have on the channel that I do is to stop that flow, right, of the adrenaline, to slow it down a little bit and allow you to sort of, calm yourself down a bit. It does really work. It's an amazing thing, right? Like, I mean, and that's kind of my point when I was saying before about, I wasn't given that information. Tapping's been around for a hell of a long time, and I only found out about it like a year and a half ago. It's really, really simple to do, MK Karen. And thank you for the virtual hug. That's very kind of you. It's really, really simple to do. The tapping exercise, really, really easy. We can do it. I'm like, let's do the tapping exercise. Well, I'll light a cigarette. I'll do it for you in a minute, and then you can see it's super, super easy. And I find that it's helpful for anything. Like if you're having a bad day at the office or whatever the case may be, like you don't have to have anxiety. You just have to sort of be amped up a little bit. I also do this. I talked about this at the beginning. I don't know if you heard me or not, but this is a company in Canada, but I mean, this is available anywhere. These types of things. This is essential oils. It's called stress release. So it's a combination of different scents or whatever that is in this little roller bottle. And I use this. And this, I swear by this stuff. This stuff works like so good. It's great. I rub it on the back of my neck and on my wrist, and so I can just sort of go like that and take a whiff when needed. When I first started using this, I mean, I would go through one of these little bottles in like 2 months. So then I started buying the refill bottles because it was like one of those little roller bottles that I just showed you is like $30, right? One of these bottles is like $60. So you get 3 times as much in this bottle as you do in the roller. So I started buying these. I go through one of these in like 6 months. I've had this for over a year. And I just finished it. Because I dropped most of it all over the floor tonight. That's a whole other story. But this is an amazing thing. I love this. This has saved me, right? And for a while, I didn't even know if it was working. I just felt like it was working, so it made me feel better that I was doing something, that wasn't harmful to me, right? There's lots of little things that you can do to help yourself if you're feeling, that you need to calm down, or if you have panic attacks, right? There's lots of things that you can do, like chewing gum. I always have a piece of gum in my mouth. You guys know it. Chewing gum, it is a proven thing. This is not just Kelly saying this. Improves your concentration. So if you are a person that gets nervous, if you are a person that feels hyper, if you have anxiety, or you just feel awkward, in groups or in social settings or something like that, you can put a piece of gum in your mouth and chew it. And it's sort of, it improves your concentration, because what you're doing is you're concentrating on the chewing. And so all that clatter, all that stuff that's going on in your mind kind of like slows down, right? It makes me feel more clear. I don't know how else to say it. And so if I get in the car and I'm going on a long drive, which I haven't done in a really long time, I put a piece of gum in my mouth. If I'm going into a store, I put a piece of gum in my mouth. Sometimes when I'm sitting here I put a piece of gum in my mouth because I don't know what all you're going to say. You know, I don't know how this is going to go when I sit down. Do you know what I'm saying? No, I don't. But that's interesting. I have heard that before, MK Karen. Like normally I'm pretty zen. I mean, I know that sounds weird. Like before my anxiety, I was pretty chill, pretty fly by the seat of my pants, kind of like whatever. I was the true definition of the couch potato. Um, Gypsy JJ, thank you for saying that, and I agree 100% because that is a true statement, and I say it all the time. And when I say it, it's not to be taken lightly because I mean it because I've lived it. You know, going into the different chats and having people talk to me and hi Kelly, how are you? Just like hi was a life-changing experience for me. Yes, you know what? The CBD most definitely is it, but it's a huge topic. Like it's huge. I mean, we could go for months talking about it. Um, but it's not that I haven't thought about it, right? Um, you know, something that I really, really want to talk about, which I think is important to talk about, is I want to talk about um, like the shame and the blame that's associated with, you know, someone who has a mental health disorder, just saying the word, right? Um, but that's too heavy for me right now. I'll have to wait till I get past that. Another thing that'll help to calm you down. This is proven. I didn't even know this. Is drinking water at nighttime before you go to bed, or like in the evening time. So like after dinner, you have your drink with your dinner, whatever you drink, right? Your diet has a lot to do with your anxiety, right? Caffeine, cigarettes. Oh, sorry. You mean CBD, like the oil? Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I was thinking like cognitive behavioral therapy kind of program. That's what I thought you all were talking about. Sorry, I've never taken it. I don't know anything about it. But yeah, that could be a good topic too. I'd have to do some research on that. No, it's a regular cigarette. I need to quit smoking. All right, so here we go. This is the tapping exercise. When I was taking my state boards for teaching, I chewed gum when I studied and chewed the same gum when I took my boards. It helped me to pass because I was quite nervous. Yeah. Yeah. It is. I didn't. Here's the thing. I just did it. I don't know why I did it. I just did it. Part of the reason why I started doing it is because, okay, I feel like I'm going 90 miles an hour because I'm going all over the place. You get me started talking about this stuff and I'll never shut up. I'll be here till tomorrow. So real quick, uh, everybody who has panic attacks experiences different symptoms, right? When you're in said panic attack, but everyone who experiences a panic attack feels the exact same way in terms of like you're scared to death and you feel like you're going to die. Like that's just the way it is. For me personally, my throat would close up to the point where I literally could not swallow. Right? I couldn't do that. And so my mouth would get really, 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 really dry. And so that's when the gum started. I would chew the gum just to sort of create some moisture in my mouth so I didn't feel like I was going to swallow my tongue. Because literally I was like it felt like someone was choking me or strangling me, whatever. It was awful. And so that's why I started chewing gum. I had no idea that gum was like a proven thing that helped people calm down. Like all of that I learned after the fact. Okay, so here we go with the tapping. Ready? So do it with me if you can. I have to back up. Oh, I've been sitting in this chair too long, friends. My bum is hurting. Okay, ready? So you start tapping on your cheekbone. So right underneath your eyes, really, really, really lightly. Right? I usually do this for like a count of 20 or 25. And the only thing that I will say to you is try to keep it consistent. So if you tap for 25, you tap in the other places for 25. If you tap here for 10, you tap in the other places for 10. And you just keep repeating the process, right? So, and you have to tap in certain places, but you can make this work for yourself by adding things or subtracting things. Like, so I start here and I don't do anything. I just start, right? And I do this, you're just really, really, really lightly tapping so that you can feel the sensation. You're not hurting yourself. You're not smacking yourself. There's nothing like that. You're not trying to make like a dent in your face. You're just lightly tapping, right? And then you move down to your collarbone. Okay, and when I move to my collarbone, that's when I usually start to do some deep breaths in and exhale. So like in through my nose, out through my mouth kind of idea, right? And I do this for the 20 or 25 or whatever the case may be, right? So right there, right on that bone, right there, wherever the bone may be for you, right? Right there. And then you take your hand and you place it over your heart. So just one hand. Now I was taught that if I was right-handed, I put my right hand over my heart, and if you're left-handed, you put your left hand over your heart. I don't know that it matters, but there you have it. It's just a very light closed fist with your thumb in, right? Really, really loose. And you're just gently tapping your heart. And when I start to tap my heart, that's when I usually start to talk to myself. And I will say things like, you're okay, you're fine, you're all right, just remember to breathe, you've got this, all those kinds of things I might say to myself when I'm doing the heart, right? I might do a couple of breaths while I'm doing the heart thing as well. And then you move to, and this one's hard. So this is like underneath your, like right where your bra strap would be, kind of idea, right underneath your sort of like your rib cage, right? Right where your, well, not where your last rib is, but sort of in the middle of it, right? And you tap here for 20, right? And it always makes me laugh because it looks like you're doing the chicken dance, but there you have it. I can't make this up. I'm just telling you what I was taught, right? And then you start again. It's that simple, right? Then back to your cheeks. And then you go back to your shoulders or your collarbone, whatever you want to call it, right? Then back over your heart. And you just keep repeating that process until you feel calmer. And why I like it is because you can literally do it anywhere. You could do it in the bathroom at work. You can do it at the store. You can do it in the restaurant. You know what I mean? You could do it in the car. You could do it at home, in the backyard. You don't have to, it doesn't cost you any money. You don't have to take a course. You could just like literally just stop and do it. It honestly really, really, really works. I mean, for me, it works. So, I mean, there's lots of different tapping exercises for lots of different things. But that one specifically is to help you calm down by sort of slowing that flow of the adrenaline that it amps up when you have anxiety, right? Oh, you're welcome, Mama K. Karen. No biggie. Who's in here? Quincy is sleeping on the bed. I just heard someone come in here and meow. I don't know who it was. Charlotte, was that you? No. So yeah, so the tapping helps water drinking water like after dinner helps. It is a proven thing. It keeps you calm. And the gum, right? And oddly enough, I don't know if y'all have cards, but the cards, shuffling the cards, like I had no idea until I started doing this. It is very soothing and very relaxing to me, right? And you know, the other thing that helps me, like I always feel relaxed when I do it. And I don't know that this would work for everybody, but I crochet, and I'm able to just sit there and do it without really thinking about it. And I find that that helps. So keeping my hands busy seems to help me too. Oh, good night, MK Karen. Sweet dreams to you, my friend. Thank you for being here. I hope that you have a great night. Oh, good, Rondell. I'm glad, my friend. Yeah. Anna, don't you do the tapping. You're probably going to hurt your face, like after your surgery. Don't do that. Look at that. The sun card just popped out. Yay. We love that. All right, friends. We're sitting at 2 hours. I guess I should let you go. I've got... where am I at with my tarot scopes? I've got Aquarius and Pisces left to do. So I've got to get those done so I can get them uploaded, because that takes hours. For whatever reason. I don't know why. Well, hello, Scott. How are you? So yeah, I'm trying to think. Sorry, I just, like, my mind just went totally blank. Like, what am I trying to say? So, Gyroscopes will be up tomorrow, and I will be back on... When will I be back? I don't know. I will be back on Wednesday at 7 p.m. for Achieving Wellness. Topic to be determined. I still don't know. And then I'll be back Wednesday night at 9 p.m. and Herc will be with me, and we will be doing another Sweet Dreams reading, and he will do a meditation for us. So everyone tune in for that if you can. And then on Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, I will be back for Thanks Spirit. It's Friday, and Beneficial Tarot is our guest. So I'm super, super excited about that. And then next Sunday, I go on with Black Cat Tarot, so I'm excited about that. And then Melinda will be here with us Sunday night to do our Sweet Dreams reading. And then hopefully that Wednesday, my sister will be here. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Oh, it's okay, Scott. Not a problem, my love. There's always replay and rewatch and all that good stuff. You're here now. That's all that matters. But I do thank everyone for being here, for hanging out with me. I do enjoy this reading, and it's really cool. I think it just kind of helps, right? And so there you go. So don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way in or your way out, whichever the case may be. What else do I have to tell you? I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that's all. Just, keep doing what you're doing. Participate and share and support and love each other up and lift each other up in all the chats that you're in. You do a wonderful job of making a huge difference in everyone's life. It can be life-changing just saying hello to someone and letting them know that someone else has heard them, seen them, or that, that there is support there for them. So don't ever stop doing what you're doing. You guys are phenomenal. And it's important what you do. It's important. It certainly saved me. Made a massive impact on my life. So don't ever stop doing that. So until we see each other again, I wish you many, many blessings. I hope you have a wonderful night's sleep. And I hope you have sweet dreams, which is the whole point of tonight. So thank you everyone for being here. And don't forget to check out your Taroscopes, okay? If you're into those. And I will see you when I see you. So I'm going to stop shuffling now. I love you guys. Have a great night. Sweet dreams. Thank you for hanging out with me. We'll see you soon, okay? Bye, everybody. You take care of yourself, Anna Banana. Night.